And it's his teammate, ironically enough, Ryan Reed, who will have the race lead, choosing the outside lane. Daniel Suarez to his left.
Suarez going to make quick work there and just try to check out.
That's it.
And this is where it gets crazy back there in the pack, where you have cars.
Really loose into the corner, made contact with another car. That's Brandon Brown in the 90. Slipping and sliding all over the place. He was the last car that had pitted at lap 113 that didn't come at the end of stage 2.
First
check. That'll check you there, won't it?
This is where you get loose into the corner there, and you have cars that you're just way faster and you're trying to get around them as quick as you can. You have cars behind you pressuring, and you just got loose.
Restart at 11. Wallace now scored in the 16th position. He was probably in the driver's seat, Adam. He had the track position. He has a really fast car. Now he's going to have to recover.
Well, he's still got a fast car. He's just got to, so keep his head cool and start picking them up one at a time like he did the first half of the race.
Started 18th today, came to the front. As we said, won stage 2, first stage victory in 2017. Kyle Larson came down pit road at like 123 with
that fast.
and he is working to the front. Best of those drivers that pitted at the end of stage 2 has worked his way from 12th to 7th. You see the blue car behind him there. That's Elliott Sadler. He's starting to work his way in along with Ryan Blaney up into the top 10. And Sadler, our top runner right now when you talk about drivers eligible for the Dash for Cash. Like everybody else, 14th or worse. Brennan Poole, William Byron, and Darrell Wallace Jr. 14th, 15th, and 16th. The other 3 drivers going for the $100,000 with 68 laps to go. Right here with Elliott Sadler. Look back to Ryan Blaney. He's led 28 laps today. Blaney's 10th. And there you see bottom right of your screen, the drivers eligible for the Dash for Cash and where they are in the running order. This has been an entertaining match, hasn't it? Oh, there's so much to talk about. Let's see. On the right of the screen, the dominant car, Kyle Larson, and that was the 2 car of Austin Dillon, who was in a crash. And here's Bubba with a really fast car, trying to work around Brennan Poole.
Ryan Suarez is in the lead.
Hard to believe when you consider how much success he's had in his career, especially this season. Sponsorship has been an issue for Darrell Wallace Jr. He's got the Cars 3 on the hood this weekend and picks up a position here around Brennan Poole.
A fair movie.
Hardy drove into the corner to try to get the 40.
Can't wait to come out.
Big slide for Poole, and there goes Blake Cook.
Race, Adam.
There you see Kyle Larson, Shannon, restarting in the 6th position. He's led the most laps today, 83 on the board for him. Ryan Blaney has led 28. He's on the same strategy as Larson. They start 6th and 10th, respectively. Out front, Daniel
Come on, Suarez. You can do it, buddy.
Matt Tip, 1st and 3rd. The teammates from Joe
Suarez, you do it.
Tire problems early. They have come back from 2 laps down. Ryan Reed up there in the 16. Restart comes with 60 laps to go.
Wow. Suarez, man. Gonna jump the bomb.
Remember earlier, Adam, when we asked where Cole Custer's been? Here he is. I see him. But God, what a strong move for Dillon.
You see Larson's almost the second, and is the second.
There goes Larson.
Look at that.
My math says 6th to 2nd in 1 lap. That's strong, huh?
Good. I want to see how he did that.
Coach Custer back to 3rd. He's the top series regular right now. Ryan Reed is 4th. Matt Tiff 5th.
Had to pause it, huh?
Elliott Sadler dropped back on the restart. He's 13th now. There's a lot that went down on that restart, Adam. William Byron, who's 10th, is our top eligible driver for the Dash for Cash. Big shakeup on the restart. Well, Joey, you said you you wanted to see it, and I do too. I don't know how Larson did what he did, and I can't figure out where Elliott Sadler went. You can see Larson.
He's there in the 6th position. You see that kind of stacks, the whole bottom lane stacks up, so he actually gets the third just by going straight. That works out pretty good.
But that's what happened to Sadler. He restarted that inside lane, nowhere to go.
Yeah, he didn't have to do anything too crazy. He was able to turn down underneath Cole Custer off of turn 2, which kept him going. But here you see a battle for the lead already.
I think I could have made that move going past all those people going straight, you know?
Oh, of course.
Well, you are a two-time winner here. Suarez
I see
won
that.
this race last October. Kyle
Why?
Larson hadn't led a lap here until today. Started on the pole and trying to go back to P1.
And I don't see Suarez giving this lead up too easy. And you see Larson getting a good run from the top, cross it back under. But I don't see this battle just ending anytime soon.
Oh, and Suarez ran it down in there.
Suarez going to hang out his right rear quarter there. Get a good run again. This is going to be a fun battle to watch.
Now, do you think Suarez, I know he wanted to hold the lead, but probably thinking if I just hold him down there, maybe he'll use up his tires, take some of his advantage away also.
Yes. And then also get the double zero to where he's pressuring the 42 as well. So Suarez is going to run that top as hard as he possibly can. And Larson's going to just keep applying that pressure and try to wear him down.
This reminds me a little bit of a year ago in the Cup race when Larson was racing Kinsen for the lead, looking for his first career victory at NASCAR's top level. All clear, but not by much. Larson leads once again, coming to 53 to go. What Larson wouldn't have given for that foot a year last fall, huh?
No kidding. This race is far from over. We haven't had a long run. Our longest green flag stretch has been 18 laps. We don't even know who's good on the long run yet. We haven't seen that.
Last 7 races here, we've had a run of at least 42 laps to end it. So it does have a history of long green flag runs. Everybody with one set of tires remaining. Should we get a caution and some guys decide to dive on the pit road? We've kind of messed with history today, though, right, Adam? With the stages and all the cautions we've seen. And also just the comers and goers. Here comes Elliott Sadler back inside the top 10 after that tough start. He's had a fast car all day. We know how good Blaney's been. Sadler gets around gone. That means he's right behind William Byron. Those are the top 2 in the Nash for Cash right now. Ray Poole's 12. Darrell Wallace Jr. 14. Those are the other drivers involved for the $100,000.
It looks to me right now, Ryan Blaney's as fast as anybody running up through the field all the way to the third.
First 3 quarters have been really good. I'm ready for the 4th quarter. We'll have that for you when we continue on. Kyle Larson leading it in the Monster Mile. For the Xfinity Series here at Dover, Kyle Larson leading. We remind you of it is Ryan Blaney. They both pitted at lap 123. Daniel Suarez is 3rd. He, Cole Custer, and Ryan Reed in the
Camera
top 5.
straight.
Pitted at lap
Yeah.
113. Aston Matt Tip to his 6th. And behind them, a host of drivers that also came
trying to go
at
this.
lap 123. Justin Allgaier, William Byron, and Elliott
Sadler.
Sadler. Out of balance on strategy. You see the numbers here. The track position means so
this is-
much. And the guy that's been dominant today out front once again. Let's hear from Blake Cook. He's walking the care center, Jamie.
And Blake got sideways and had 2 taps on that inside wall, but it didn't look bad enough to be a race ender. What was the problem?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad at all. Just something got hung on the right front, and when we crashed, I considered it a crash, and now we were done. My leaf filter Chevy was rolling good. One of the best cars we've had this year. Very thankful for my whole team. Everybody at leaf filter for giving the opportunity. We definitely didn't want a point stay like this, but we did get 2 stage points in stage 2. And I'm the best sponsor out there, leaf filter, the best team, and we'll rebound really strong.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Blake.
I tell you, I've been watching Ryan Blaney here last few laps. He's been catching Kyle Larson at about a 10th a lap. Now you see him getting into lap traffic. And how you work this traffic is going to be huge
30
on him
and
closing
40.
up that distance.
They probably won't crush it again after.
Gets a big break in the traffic because those lap guys don't want to lose a lap. But once they go down, maybe they lay over a little bit for the 2nd place runner. And that's what Blaney is certainly hoping for. But what a fast 22 car he has. That Fitzgerald car is hauling, and he's fast. Watch Dylan Lupton there sideways. That'll get your attention if you're racing for a win, won't it?
That's not the first time he was sideways today, too.
Under 40 to go. An update on our dash for cash. $100,000 goes to the best finisher of these four. William Byron has it right now in 8th. Sadler behind him in 9th. And Darrell Wallace Jr. coming back. Fast race car 1, stage 2. He's 11th in the running order right now. You guys talk about the 22 being fast. He overtook second in lap 154. That's 8 laps ago. He was 1.7 seconds back. The difference now 1.1 behind Kyle Larson as we go on board with Justin Allgaier. Spirited battle here with William Byron in the 9th car. You see Byron, nice run off the corner. Here comes Elliott Sadler. Those cars look like they're hooking up here midway through this run. So good in the season opener at Daytona. Won stage 1, stage 2, got crashed out. Could very easily have won that race. Reeled off 8 consecutive top 10 finishes. Just really couldn't find a handle on it. Last week at Charlotte, crashed late. It was by far and away his worst effort of 2017. But they've come back again. He's showing, 1, why he's such a good veteran, and number 2, why he's leading the regular season standings, entering this our 11th race of the year. Check out these differing driving styles, Joey. Look at Elliott Sadler. Got that arm laid on the wheel, cranking it over to the left. Bubba has a lower grip down on the steering wheel, and Tom's never touch it. What do you see here?
Yeah, it's interesting, and I remember watching Greg Biffle drive a lot like Darrell Wallace. He shuffles his hands on the bottom of the steering wheel, and I've never seen anyone else besides Greg do that. Definitely Elliott has more of the traditional turn in the wheel with sometimes your elbow up on it. That's more like Mark Martin used to drive like that as well, but he used to wear that elbow pad on his elbow. So definitely 2 different ways of sitting there, and it's just a driver comfort thing. I don't think there's one better than the other. It's just what feels natural to you and what feels right, and maybe over the years as you evolve, what you think you can correct the car with when it gets loose the quickest, and then recover back to turn it back to the left.
I think it's like a lot like comparing golf swings. You know, we both have differing swings, and neither one of them work. So.
Exactly. I was wondering where you're going with that.
You must watch a lot of old videos on car camera if you know all about Biffle and Martin. Martin's a Hall of Famer.
I know. I watch you guys a lot. You know, I try to learn from this stuff and try to make myself a little better race car driver at least. And getting ready for a little TV as well, right? That's right. Here comes Elliott Sadler. Adam, we talked about his driving style. Arm up on the wheel. It's working right now. He's searching down William Byron. That's a great battle. The teenager and the veteran going at it for a really important spot on the track. Another young guy in front of him, Matt Tifft, who went 2 laps down early with that tire issue. They've come back, but he now falls outside the top 5. William Byron gets to the inside. Elliott Sadler trying to do the same. Tiff's dropping in a hurry. It makes you wonder, we've got a pretty good long run here. Could there be another tire issue there? He just started to really lose him track time here. Had advantage for Larson at one point. Got down to 0.7 of a second. But Joey, you mentioned how do you manage lap traffic? He did a nice job with that. He's now back out to 1.3. Yeah, I mean, and navigating through this lap traffic, sometimes the Xfinity car, as the leader, you're so much faster than some of them, you really don't know where they're going to go, and you're just trying to make your bet when you get into the corner and, okay, what lane do I pick? And hopefully they're not too wide in front of you and you stop behind them. Because you think about it, if there's 2 cars that are running a second slower a lap side by side, Blaney's there. Blaney's only 0.7 of a second behind him right now, so he's got it. Larson's doing a good job. He's got to just be able to keep keeping that momentum through the lap cars.
Bubba got around Allgaier. Don't look now, but with 28 laps to go, he may get back and have a chance to win the cash here. He's definitely faster than Sadler, than Byron. A bunch of the cars he's chasing right now.
He's he's definitely got a fast car, and when you put some monies on the line, that makes it go a little faster sometimes.
All right, 28 to go. If it stays green, no chance anybody comes to pit road. But what if we get a yellow here in the next 10, 15 laps? What's the thought process, Larry?
Well, that's what's going on the pit road right now, Adam. All these crew chiefs are thinking about what if the situation, because right now we're getting into where we've got roughly 40 laps on these tires, and you look at the fact that the pace has slowed down well over a second. I think there's going to be some of the leaders, if we get that caution in the next 10 or 15 laps, they will stay out, but somewhere there'll be a cutoff. Somewhere back there around like Ryan Reed or William Bonner, Elliott Sadler, everyone from them back, they're going to hit pit road and get that last set of fresh Goodyear tires.
I'd say if history means anything, we won't get a caution, because the last 7 times we've come here, we have ended on a long green flag run.
That's good.
And I was going to point out, Larry, that if there is a caution, these guys are really spreading out the groove. We're seeing people all the way up next to the wall on the high side. So if you pit, get fresh tires, and some other guy stays out, you got somewhere to go with your runs.
And that's a good thing, but here's the other thing I think of. The top side of the racetrack don't have much rubber on it right now. We saw tires falling apart early in the race, possibly because the track didn't have as much rubber in it. And now when you see cars pushing that groove up higher and higher where there's no rubber, it's going to wear that tire out again, and we may have a tire failure for that reason. So anything can happen still.
Uh-oh.
Issue for Austin Dillon.
Is there a right front issue there?
There's another caution.
It's a hard left behind the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Two teams been really strong in 2017. Hasn't really mattered who's driving. Paul Menard at California, top 5 run for Ben Kennedy. When he got behind the wheel at Talladega, Austin strong each and every week. Looks like it's going to be a DNF here today.
You can see there how wide they're running in the corners.
Isn't that just how racing goes? You win the Coca-Cola 600, and then something happens the next race. It's just how the sport is sometimes. And you got to be able to roll the punches and also ride the highs as long as you can.
Very humbling.
Yes.
Around every corner.
As we watch Kyle Larson leading here, trying to put J.J. Yaley a lap down. Want to pay off Ross Chastain, his 13th today. Going to make his Monster Energy Series debut here tomorrow. Ran the truck race yesterday. Happy for driver 4 from JD Motorsports, enjoying a nice top 15.
Give a shout out also to Jeremy Clements and Michael Annette, a couple of guys that have hung on the lead lap, worked real hard today to be in a position to get a great finish. It's good to see underdog stories come to the front. There you see Annette. He's going to be heated up by Kyle Larson here for a bit before long, but right now he runs in the 16th position on the lead lap.
Kyle Larson did such a good job getting through that. You saw that was a scenario where 2 cars were side by side. They're a lot slower than what you are, and that's the opportunity for Blaney to try to catch up as quick as he can. And he's having a hard time passing Clements right now. So that gives Ryan Blaney and that Fitzgerald Mustang a chance to get up there.
You see Ross Chastain in the 4, racing with Brendan Gaughan. Chastain back up to 12th. Wallace Jr. trying to get around the 19 of Matt Tifft. If he did, next car he would see Elliott Sadler, William Byron in front of him. There are the other drivers going for the cash. This is last time around. Brendan Gaughan, Ross Chastain.
Oh, Ross tries the crossover move. A little contact in the back of Gaughan there.
These are the 2 that had a little bit of fun at the beginning of the race, weren't they?
Yeah, I think we heard 62 said on the radio, I do not like 4. I do not like the way 4 drives me.
Oh, I'm starting to fade a little bit here. Oh, cool, going to the inside.
What's tight?
This car is
I
alive.
think it's hard for us to explain, Joey, how hard that is. I mean, these guys are just barely not crashing, and they're running 3 wide doing so.
It makes it look so easy because we don't have smoke off the rear tires and drift up through the corner, but we are right on the edge of out of control. And when anytime you lose that air in the car, it just gets so challenging.
Let's hear from Austin Dillon. Jamie?
Well, he's out of the car in the garage. I heard you say the steering just locked up. Was it a power steering issue or an engine issue?
Yeah, I think it was a power steering issue. We can't see where it started, but that was from all the smoke and the steering locked up down front straight. So bad day to end with a ring Chevy, but thought we had a little better car than that. Just I got loose off before, couldn't hold on to it. So we'll just keep working on it. Go to Pocono, I think, next time. So.
easier to walk away, though, when, as you said, you're coming off a Monster Energy Series win.
Makes
And
me
you
feel a
know
little
when you
better.
come here in the fall, you'll be running for a Cup championship, right?
I'm sure it makes it feel a little better for sure. But not a fun feeling going into the corner and your steering locks up.
Especially at these speeds. And we talk about how challenging these corners are. There's his brother, Ty Dillon, running along just outside of the top 10 and 11.
All right, down to 14 laps remaining now. The advantage for Kyle Larson, 3/4 of a second over Ryan Blaney. Suarez, 9 seconds back in third. Then it's Cole Custer and Ryan Reed in the top five. Next three in line, going for the dash for cash. William Byron, Elliott Sadler, Darrell Wallace Jr. And here comes the 22 of Ryan Blaney starting to make some things happen. And a slow car here front straightaway. 78 of Jordan Anderson. No caution yet.
Caution.
Anderson was trying to get to pit road, didn't make it, but then I didn't understand why he wasn't able to keep going, but he's got his momentum back, so.
It looks like he found a gear afterwards. I don't really know what happened there. It looks like it was going to bring out a caution. And he got it rolling again to get back around.
Brennan Gaughan was off the pace too. Looks like he's picked it up, and now Jordan Anderson is going to make a pit stop.
Yeah, Gaughan pitted for some reason, so that's the reason for him being slow, and then Anderson to pit road now.
Off the pit lane, merging back up over off of turn 2. And Brandon Jones has made his way to the garage, Jamie.
Well, he did a great job racing a very wrecked race car all day, but what eventually put you back here, Brandon?
Something broke in the rear end finally. I got into it earlier there on the racetrack. Ended our day pretty quick, so it's got to turn around eventually. These guys just worked so hard all the week long. They put in plenty of effort, and we get all the tools to do it here. We just got to keep plugging along. Next to AAA will come on the car this weekend, and Poconos is a good track for me, so maybe it'll turn around there. We'll have to see.
Been a frustrating season for Brandon Jones out of Atlanta, Georgia. Third DNF in 2017.
See Kyle Larson just picking him up and putting him down here pretty much. Just nice solid laps, passing lap cars, no mistakes. That's just, Kyle's got so much experience. We knew he was good when he first came onto the scene, but the experience now that he's gotten is with the speed, and being able to control that speed. Remember when he first started, he was fast, but he did everything but the lottery. Now he's figured out how to control it, and you see him leading a lot of races and winning a lot of races.
But if all he has to do, Joey's look at that rear view mirror, and there's a green Ford that's filling it up. You can see Blaney, he was down by a little over a second. He's closed it down under a second now. It seems like he can match Kyle Larson. Is he saving anything? Can he go get him here late in the going? He only has 8 laps to do it.
He's got to go if he's going to. And here you see the 0 at the flat record tire.
And Garrett Smithley off the pace. He's going to pull it into the garage. No caution for that.
Jordan Anderson again is slow on the track. A lot going on around here.
7 laps to go.
Yeah, he's gonna win it. if guys, I'm not sure the strategy is.
Joey Logano looking for his first
Win.
Dover win. You remember that, huh?
Over.
Bottom of the hour, Major League Baseball, the National League, Reds and Braves.